Hey there, viewers! A Transformers fan or Charlie Young back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Studio Series 86 Kranix. Now, who the hell is Kranix? Well, he's the guy from the start of the film. You know, like when Unicron's about to eat that planet? This is one of the guys that's pretty much like, I'm pretty sure he's the guy that shouts, "It's Unicron!" And then, like, after his planet's eaten and he somehow escapes, we next see him in Quintessa, where the Quintessons are basically trolling him, and then he's sent to the Sharkticon pit and probably dies getting eaten by the Sharkticons. Like, we don't see him after that, so I think it's safe to assume he dies. I don't know. But yeah. And honestly, it's kind of crazy that they made a figure of him, but I guess they are trying to make figures of everyone in the 86 films, so... But anyway, of course, we do have the box. So, standard new style Studio Series packaging. So here we have Kranix in both modes. 20 steps. Here we got another picture of Kranix. And yeah, we can see the Quintesson Pit of Judgment there. The back, we've got them in both modes. Here you see him behind bars because of the whole Quintesson trial thing. That's what he does in the film. And of course, Transformers Le Film. Again, why does it say that? But anyway, that's pretty much it for the box. So for Kranix, he transforms into a platypus, I guess. Like, I'm sorry, this just looks like a duck. But apparently, this is actually like a concept art vehicle mode because he never transforms in the film. But, as seen here, he does transform in the Marvel Comics adaptation of the film. So, his vehicle mode is based on that. So I guess, could this be an early look into the comic studio series stuff? Nah, it's just, they needed a vehicle mode for this guy, obviously, so do it with that. But it is kind of funny looking, because his head's just right there, but instead of his mouth, he has this nose cone, which it looks like a duck beak. So, hey, maybe that's what he turns into in Beast Wars. He's a duck. But yeah, jokes aside, it's just some random spaceship, which honestly, yeah, does look kind of cool. It's just the fact that the head's showing is pretty funny. We're looking at the details. We've got these little pylon bits here, which is pretty cool. We do have the wings. In fact, one thing I forgot to do, you do have these tail fins that flip out. So I do apologize for that. But yeah, we got these little tail fins, and that reveals these ports. So I guess if you want to plug in some more guns, then there you go. I guess these could be boosters, but you can't really plug in anything there. But the main port here to plug in the gun. And the underneath, there's not really much to talk about. Like, you can sort of see how he transforms. Like, these are the legs, here are the arms, that's obviously his head. So, yeah. But, well, for this guy's accessories, he pretty much just comes with this little, like, gun. I don't remember if he used this in the film or not. Like, the main things I remember is him shouting, "It's Unicron!" And then him dying to the Sharkticons. But he maybe used this, maybe it's like from concept art, I don't remember. I think the vehicle mode concept art does have this plugged on, so anyway, you just plug this on top there, and there you go. So there's that. Pretty neat. But kinetic blast effects. And kinda, you sort of have to like force them on, but this does take blast effects. So there you go. And obviously, there's not really anything I can compare this to. Like, the only other Kranix figures were this figurine in Earthrise from the Pit of Judgment set. And that's literally just a figurine, static. And this, which is... that's literally Armada Dead End. Like, that could just be a different character called Kranix entirely. Like, okay. But that was his first figure, so... But, yeah, I don't really have any other Kranixes to compare this guy to, so let's just move on to the transformation, which, honestly, I think it's a pretty unique transformation. I mean, it's a unique vehicle mode. So, what we're going to do, we're just going to split the legs here, extend these out, and then we'll take the tail fin here and just close it up. These little fins at the side, close those up. Take these little boosters, rotate them 90 degrees. These will be his feet, like so. Probably going to try and raise this up, so... Okay, so continuing on, what we're going to do is get the hands out. There we go. Get the hands out. These pylon sections are just going to flip. Well, these are going to flip in and just cover these gaps. Here we go. So they're pretty much only there for vehicle modes. And robot mode gap fillers, which is pretty cool. And fold in the wings. And come on. Take the shoulders, or what's going to be the shoulders, and just hinge them up. Open up his tummy. And now we can take this weird nose cone. And then we can just try and fold all of this in. And of course, this came off because I'm recording. And as we all know, things always go wrong on camera. There we go. So close up his stomach. Now we can see his face. We just lift that down so we can get his mouth. Move the head down. And right now it looks like he's trying to dance. So we just get the forearms up. Move the shoulders down. Rotate these around. And here we have Kranix in robot mode. Now, unfortunately, this guy seems to be part of the wobbly robot mode crew because, yeah, I can't get the feet to be stable, unfortunately, it seems. But, well, that's honestly a minor gripe because the actual robot mode himself, I mean, come on. This is pretty film accurate. And it's for a character that I thought would never get an actual toy. I mean, seriously. A straight up retail figure of bloody Kranix. And yeah, looking at him. Oh, there is one step I forgot. this actually hinges up and forms his back. There we go. But yeah, after that, yeah, it's a pretty clean robot mode. Like, all of the kibble hides extremely well. I mean, hell, the nose cone forms his chest, so that's pretty cool. And it hides away extremely well. And looking at the head, yeah, we've got that really, wacky head sculpt that he's got in the film. Like, if I bring in the box, yeah, he's got that in the film. Like, that weird, like, I don't even know what you'd call that. Basically, like, it's unlike the other Transformers heads. See it try and focus on his mouth there. Got a little goatee. So yeah. And of course, got the gun, which don't really see a good spot to put it if you don't want to use it. Like, it doesn't plug into his back or whatever, so if you're not using it, you pretty much just have to put it in a Ziploc bag and hope you don't lose it. But this can just plug into his hand, like so. So there you go. And of course, as stated earlier, this can take blast effects. Oh, well, we really have to jam them on there, but it sort of can take blast effects. Well, it's probably not meant to, but you can force them on there if you really want to. Although, can't plug them onto the feet, which for a post-siege figure is kind of weird, but oh well. And I guess very quickly, here is a other Kranix figures. And compared to a recolor of Armada Dead End and a small figurine, yeah, I think this is definitely the best one because, I mean, he's literally fully articulated because head can go side to side. As per transformation, he can look up. I guess he can drop his mouth as well if you want that look. Shoulders, full rotation. Elbows, about, yeah, more than 90 degrees there at the elbow. He's got bicep rotation. Wrists, there's nothing, unfortunately. He does have waist rotation. He can kick up about that far. About 90 degrees there at the knee, although he can't break his knee. Which, ooh. I think he suffered enough in the film already, so let's just, there we go. Swivel just there, like above the knee. He can do the splits. Kind of a pivot, not that much, but the feet can also rotate as per transformation. So yeah. Overall, it's a really fun desk toy. Like, seriously, I think this is a good desk toy transformer. Because you can just flip back and forth between the two modes. He looks goofy in vehicle mode, but it's a good kind of goofy. The robot mode is really accurate to the film. So, yeah. Now, for gripes, honestly, for actual complaints, I kind of wish that the feet were better articulated. Because right now they're just on a finger ball joint, so you can barely get a pivot. Like, just barely a pivot. And aside from that, it's just a swivel and that's it. So I could also say that he's kind of bland, but that's the point. Like, this guy was only meant to show up for a few scenes in the film, die, and then that was it. So the fact that they made a figure of this guy is honestly amazing. And it turned out pretty well. Like, it's a decent deluxe figure. So, yeah. Do I recommend it? Honestly, yeah. Because it's fun to transform, it's fun to pose, you can do a lot of funny stuff with it. Like, you can do this if you want. So, yeah, it's a really funny figure, and I love it. And like compared to other figures in this wave, like the really fiddly Astro Train and some reissues like Wheeljack and Sunstreaker, I think this is one of the best ones in the wave just because of how fun it is. So yeah. So this has been my review on Studio Series 86 Kranix, and this is a Transformers fan signing off.